You all know the kind of woman that walks into any room and she just exudes this confident energy. And today we're going to learn about the psychology of what makes those women so confident in themselves. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alina and I help women step into their full feminine power. If you want to finally stop people pleasing and step into your most confident era, this channel is for you. In this video, we'll cover the mindset shifts, the body language, the habits, everything that will make you the most confident version of yourself. I have some great news for you because you don't have to be born with confidence to be confident. You can learn confidence as a skill. Confidence is something that you train for. It's like going to the gym and training every other day. The more you expose yourself to difficult situations, the more you expose yourself to the situations that maybe scare you a little bit, the more confident you become. It's something that everybody has a chance to exceed. Why would you even want to get confident? Well, because confident women, they win in life. They get the best opportunities, the best partnerships, the best friends, the best partners, the best deals, the best money. They get everything. They have the audacity and the confidence to ask for what they want. And as a result, they always get what they want. When you lack confidence, you're scared to ask for what you want, you're scared to be seen. And as a result, the universe doesn't see you as well because you're not showing up as your authentic self. And there's nothing sexier than being authentically you. There's nothing sexier than being fully seen by exposing yourself as who you are without thinking, oh, what are they gonna think of me? What is that Lucy from my hometown gonna say about me? Well, who gives a shit about that Lucy? Because at the end of the day, you're here to live your happy life. And if you're being authentic to yourself, you'll always be happier as a person. You'll always have a better life. Real confidence begins with owning your own choices. If you decided that you're showing up a certain way, that this is how you dress up, let's say, when you go out or when you stay at home, you decided that you're putting in effort, you own that choice, you own that decision, this is how you show up. Confidence will only come from you owning that decision. Confidence will come from you taking the responsibility for your own choices, for your own decisions. If you truly want to be confident, you need to start owning your choices. If you told yourself that you're going to do that thing, you have to do that. You have to fulfill your own promises. I always keep saying this, that nobody will actually check in on you. You're now an adult. Nobody's gonna knock on your door and ask you, oh, have you been doing what you promised to yourself? No, it's your responsibility. It's your life. And the more you keep promises to yourself, the more confident you will become because you actually start trusting yourself. When you make decisions to do something or to change something in your life, you have to understand that this is something that you choose. It's not something that you have to do. You have to reframe your mindset. You have to change your thinking from I have to do this, oh my God, it sucks, to I get to do this. I chose to do this. I chose to wake up at 7 a.m. to go to the gym. Why? Because I care about my body, because I want to be healthy, because I want to be fit, because I want to live a happy and long life. This is why I've decided to wake up at 7 a.m. so that I can make it to the gym. There is a really big difference between, oh, I have to go, oh my God, it sucks, like I hate to wake up. Well, you decided to do that yourself. Then why are you making choices if you cannot fulfill them? The biggest confidence will always come from you owning your own choices. And when you fulfill your own promises, you will see how much more confident you become because you know that you can do what you told yourself you will. You can fulfill those promises to yourself, and that is the sexiest thing and the most confident thing you can do. Confidence is pretty much like your investments. If you put in $25 or $50 every week to your investment account, it will start growing. It will start compounding interest. The more promises you keep to yourself, the more you expose yourself to be seen authentically, the more confident you become because it all adds up over and over again. Every time you add something, every time you do something that boosts your confidence, you become more confident. The tricky part about any growth, about any progress, is that most of the time you will not see it moving up in the beginning stages. Sometimes you have to wait quite some time to see some results, to see visible results. But the thing is, you have to keep remembering that It is working. You're already compounding that interest. You start growing in whatever thing that you're trying to do. You start becoming more confident just because you keep showing up, just because you keep exposing yourself, maybe in the situations that you didn't feel comfortable before. Introverts going to networking events, trying to make friends while you're standing in a coffee shop. That is compounding that interest. And the more you do it, the more confident you become. Whenever you see somebody confident, you have to remember that they had to go through the beginner stage too. They had to compound that interest. They had to do a lot of little actions every single day or every other day to get to that point to make it look so effortless. Nothing is really effortless, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And yeah, it will look effortless from the outside, but the thing is that person had to go through so many hoops to get to this point, and now you see them being at a higher level. Yeah, because they've been compounding, they've been hustling, they've been working on it. So I want you to remember this, because sometimes you look online and it seems like everybody has it figured out, but in reality nobody actually has it figured out, but they just keep doing something that will make them more confident. They keep showing up. Like me, I keep showing up to this YouTube channel because I know that I'm improving, and I know that in a couple of years I will look so effortless because I keep showing up, because I keep working on myself, and I keep believing in my mission. Being committed to your own choices and decisions, it teaches your nervous system to trust yourself. I'll give you an analogy. If you start dating a guy and let's say he keeps canceling on you, he promised you that he's gonna do this, he promised you that he's gonna take you somewhere, and he never does it. He just keeps canceling. Are you gonna think that he can be a trustworthy person? No, you're not gonna think that, because he keeps canceling, he keeps promising you something, but he never fulfills on those promises. But what about yourself? What about you? When you tell yourself that you're finally gonna work on that project, or that you're gonna start eating clean, you're gonna start moving your body, you're gonna start your YouTube or whatever project that you have in mind, and then you keep canceling it. You keep rescheduling, you keep not showing up. So what happens next? Your nervous system thinks that you cannot be dependable, meaning that you cannot be trusted. And that, as a result, destroys your self-worth. If you're serious about becoming more confident, you have to start fulfilling those promises to yourself so that you can become that trustworthy, that dependable version of yourself that you always needed. The number one most important thing is to always keep promises to yourself. But another thing that I wanted to touch on is how you show up into this world. Your appearance, it really influences your experiences, because when you look good, you feel good. When you feel confident in your own skin and how you look and how you present yourself, you always get the best opportunities. People treat you differently because you just show up as your most confident self. But unfortunately, what I keep seeing again and again is that women are so scared of showing up authentically. And I'm talking about appearance here. I'm talking about style, I'm talking about makeup, I'm talking about everything. Your self-presentation. The more you're scared of being judged by other people, the less you are yourself, the less authentically you present. The biggest conflict that I see when it comes to appearance is that oftentimes the internal doesn't match the external. And I think our goal is to match it as much as we can. If we can come even a little bit closer to match your external appearance to your internal feeling of yourself, that would be our big win. This is how we get really confident with you. This is how we glow up. Nothing gives you a better glow than being yourself. When you walk into a room thinking, what are they gonna think of me and whether they're gonna like me, you carry a completely different energy than a woman who walks into a room thinking, this is me, here I come. This is a completely different energy. I want you to understand that your appearance is not just some vanity. It's how you show up energetically as well. When your appearance truly matches your internal state, you just become so unstoppable. You walk into any space, any room feeling so confident. I keep talking about owning your style and showing up more authentically online, and I keep getting comments like, oh, I will be hated for this. Yeah, maybe you'll be hated for it, but that's maybe the cost that you have to pay for being yourself. People that are neutral, they're just not hated for some reason, but people that are interesting, that are exciting, that are really beautiful to look at, for some reason, sometimes they're hated, but at the same time, they're very loved, because this is a very polarizing energy. When you are yourself, yes, you might attract some people that might dislike that, but that just means that they cannot fully express themselves and they wish they did that. They look at you and they see everything they cannot be. So I want you to remember, whenever you get some comments, oh, why are you so dressed up? I see that you've changed your style, then yes, own it. Yeah. I'm not going on a date. No, I'm just going grocery shopping. And I'm dressed like this because that's my style. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to go into the details. Oh, like I'm going to see my friends. No, you own it. This is your regular thing. The more casual it becomes to you, the more confident you'll be, because you don't need to over-explain your choices to other people. Your choices and how you look and how you think. This is when your confidence just starts skyrocketing. This is how you really build that confidence. And the more people will comment on something, the more you can practice it. It's kind of like what I said in the beginning. The more you do something, the better you become at it. So the more comments you get, the more chances you have to practice. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention is that life is a short experience and we never know how much time we have on this earth. And I know it's a very philosophical moment, but I keep thinking about it over and over again when I think, should I do this or should I wait? And I'm like, what if I don't have a chance to do that again? And it really puts things into perspective, because I know so many people that unfortunately already are not on this planet, that kept delaying their life, that kept not showing up as they wanted to because they waited for better times. And I think it's my mission to remind you that time is fleeting. And the more you keep delaying your life, the more you keep those beautiful things for special occasions, the more time goes by. And the thing is, those special occasions, they're important, but every single day is a gift. It is a blessing. It is a celebration. And when you treat every single day as a celebration, it becomes a celebration. A big tipping point for me was when I started showing up every single day like it's my birthday. People always ask me, like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm living my life. This is where I'm going. I'm not going anywhere, actually. This is just me living my best life. And I treat every single day as a special occasion. It is really, truly a special occasion. There's no point in delaying wearing that red lipstick, those accessories, that hair, that makeup. There's no point in that. You have to do it now. Do it now. Do it for yourself. The scariest thing you can do is to keep delaying your life and keep delaying making yourself happy. Keep delaying making yourself feel beautiful every single day. And then at the end of your life, you will look back and think, damn, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I show up as I wanted to? I wasted all these years. So I want you to remember that present moment is a gift, and use it wisely. Use every single day to celebrate yourself. Something that I find truly fascinating is that every single day there's a holiday somewhere. If you Google May something or June 1st, June 2nd, there's going to be something happening on that day. There is going to be some sort of holiday. Why? Because people are celebrating every single day. So why can't you celebrate yourself? Every day is Alina Day. Every day is Julia Day. Every day is Ashley Day. You can do that. You can totally do that. There's no rules. I'm telling you, there's actually no rules. That's a fun part about adulthood, is that there's no rules. And lastly, of course, I wanted to touch on body language tips. So your body actually signals your confidence way before you can even speak. So the moment you walk into any room, the person already reads you. Are you confident? Are you insecure? Are you fidgeting? Or are you slow, intentional? You have a direction that you're going to. Confident women, they have a couple of things in common in terms of their body language. Well, first thing they have is that they're able to hold steady eye contact. They're not scared of looking somebody in their eyes. They actually hold eye contact really well. If you notice yourself not being able to hold eye contact during your conversations, I want you to just keep it in your focus zone. And whenever you have a conversation with somebody, aim for 10% more every single time that you do something. When you focus on doing something better, it actually improves. So if you tell yourself that, I will try to make eye contact with that person a little bit more, and that's what actually happens. And every single time you have a conversation with somebody, you can increase that by another 5%, 10%. And then at some point, you'll be able to hold that eye contact really well. And this will make you just so much more confident, because you're not avoiding confrontation, you're not avoiding maybe emotions from another person, you're not avoiding just being directly involved with that person. Because when you cannot hold eye contact, it actually signals to another person that you're just insecure, or you're trying to avoid the topic, or you're just not interested. So of course we want to make sure that our body language reflects what we feel inside. Another very important thing is your posture. So whenever you sit down, whenever you walk into a room, really think about your spine. Imagine that you're growing tall as a tree. Your posture doesn't end with your neck. Actually, your head, it's like the top point of your posture. So remember that even if your back is straight, remember about your neck and your head, because sometimes you can look pretty straight, but your head would be like this. You see, this is not a very beautiful posture. So I want you to remember to see it as a beautiful unit. See it, inhale, almost imagine that you're growing taller, that you're becoming bigger. You're elongating yourself. Posture is something that immediately signals to other people that you have a very confident stance. You walk into a room and first of all, you feel more relaxed because your shoulders are more down. You stand strong on both of your feet. You exude this confident, magnetic energy about you. And this is something that you can train for every single day. You can start looking yourself in the mirror and maybe looking at your posture for 30 seconds every morning. And this will actually help you improve how you walk, how you stand, and how you even sit and work on your laptop, because a lot of people work like this. And bonus points is that having a good posture actually helps you with your overall health. And last but not least, I wanted to mention that confident women always have a more intentional and maybe a little bit slower pace. They're not rushing anywhere. They're not trying to get from one point to another point in 30 seconds. They're taking their time. And this is something that makes them look more confident, but it's also just about the internal feeling that they have. So it's not just trying to fake it. You're not trying to become slower and grow taller and, be more confident that way. No, you're not faking it. You are actually feeling it from inside, and it translates to the outside. So if you feel that confidence inside, that's why I wanted to mention about the mindset and about working on being committed to your own choices, to your own decisions before I got into the physical world, before I got into the body language, because how you feel inside will translate into how you look from outside. When you are more grounded, when you are more intentional about where you're going, who are you trying to talk to, what are you trying to do with your life, you become more intentional in your body language too. You become slower in how you walk and how you approach things. You're no longer rushing, you're no longer fidgeting. You know exactly what you want. You know exactly why you came here. You're just taking your time and doing what you want. You're no longer nervous because you know exactly what you're gonna get. Ladies, I truly believe that confidence is not something you can 100% fake. You can try to appear more confident from the outside, but if deep down you know that you're not keeping promises to yourself, that you're not exposing yourself to uncomfortable situations, and you're not allowing yourself to be seen in a more authentic way, then you will never truly feel that strong confidence inside of you. You will never be fully confident. You'll always know deep down that you're just not there yet. So I want you to remember to keep working on your internal state and your external world, how you present, how you're treated by other people, what opportunities you get will always reflect your internal work. It just takes a little bit more time to truly show up in the physical world, but it never goes unnoticed. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you again very, very soon.